at Dollar General when I went to get a pack of smokes, and this shit is banging. So we're back on this, and I went to the good old Harbor Freight, and I got this. Yeah, that thing is gonna eat some wood. It's made for wood. And I went ahead and put it on one of my old corded grinders rather than my little battery powered one, because we just want to make shit more dangerous, right? So my goal is to not fully get rid of this, but it needs to be rounded over all the way around for better airflow. And to give you guys an update on shit that I got going on for this particular rebuild is I ordered a whole bunch of epoxy. I think altogether I ordered like 2 gallons of, you know, where you get a 1 gallon kit. So it's like 64 ounces of part A, part B. So that'd make a gallon. And then I ordered 2 of them and a bunch of the pigments, because Deb informed me that she wanted a pretty epoxied baffle in here. And I'm just like, shit, I might as well do the bottom. We'll epoxy the bottom. Be a good little test run, you know? So I got that shit ordered. And then I got some Gorilla wood putty to fix places where I screwed up. And yeah, guys, we're gonna go through here and pull the screws that are sticking up, like that one, and we're gonna try to get them back in, sunk down a little lower, or maybe a little shorter screw wouldn't hurt. I mean, this shit's 3-layer stick and it's glued together, so. But I'm gonna try to smooth everything out with this wood putty, sand it, repaint, and epoxy the baffle. And the port's gonna go like all the way across. I got some port marks here. But with that being said, before I put the port in, I'm gonna be out here on sawhorses and epoxy that. But anyway, God, it's scary. This is gonna be scary, but we're gonna start. God, it's foggy in here, but anyway, man, that thing is just eating this crap off quick. I mean, it would take a long time to try to burrow it all down, you know, to the wall, but for rounding it over, I mean, look at this crap. Look at, like, and my legs and shit are covered, but yeah, it's just like, it's so fast. And they had one with teeth, like, they had like long things all the way around, like little blades. I imagine it would have just ripped this crap off. But to be honest with you, when I looked at the disc, knowing that I don't run a guard, I was just like, yeah, it's not for me, guys. I was kind of afraid of it. But yeah, it just, I mean, it gets in there and just eats the stuff off. Like, all I'm trying to do is make it not so squared at any point, so the turbulence can kind of whip around. I know it's not super ideal, but yeah, we tried chainsaw there and it didn't work. For 20 bucks though, this little blade's awesome. So yeah, I'm gonna keep working at this. I had to get out of there for a minute. As you can tell, I'm covered in sawdust. My face, my hair. That thing eats though. I mean, I'll give it that. Let me flip it around and show you. Like, it's gnawing that shit down really good. But man, it definitely makes a mess in there. If I just wanted to spend the time, that thing would eat all that down. The problem is I'm running into screws at different places, so them blades don't really like the screws, so I just try to stay away from them. But yeah, it's doing its job. But man, it's scary to use, I'm not gonna lie. And I guess it don't help that every time I buy a grinder, I usually take the guard off, throw it away. But it's working really good in here. But looking at all this, it just let me know how much work I got to do to get this enclosure ready for the epoxy. But that's my plan. I ordered a bunch of white pigment, like a big, I don't know, it comes in a little plastic can thing. But I ordered a big one of them and crystal clear epoxy. So the bottom, I'm just going to do clear. I ain't worried about it. I might throw some pigment in it and swirl it around to play with. But as far as the rest of, like when it comes to the baffle and the port, I'm going to use a lot of white pigment to get the white color. And then Deb wants a lot of red swirl and a little bit of black swirl in it. So, hell, you're going to learn to do epoxy with me, I guess, if you don't already know how to do it. Because we all going to be learning some shit. Anyway, I'll be back. Holy Moses. Mama going to be mad. She definitely going to have to dust this thing. But I decided to open the doors. Try to get a little bit of airflow through there. It was pretty stuffy in there. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to get back to work. So I'm making my way around. It's kind of slow going. But got everything kind of smooth. I need to come in and cut this off. That's just PL3 extra. I'll put it together. Yeah, but I hope this helps. Really, I do. I mean, normally when you round everything off in an enclosure, it definitely helps. But right here where I got just a bad cut with that sawzall, man, that's terrible there. And I got to cut this like down and out to get port. Yeah, because port's going to go all the way to the edge. So I need that shit gone back there. But this thing, I mean, it's pretty nasty. So I'm just kind of giving y'all updates, and I'm getting everything so dirty in here. I'm getting dirty in here. I mean, there's no way to do this and not get dirty. But Deb got a job, and she started training today. So I'm flying solo, which is how I'm getting away with really dirtying up the cab of the Blazer, I guess. But this needed to be done, and I figured, what the hell, there's really no better time than now to do it. So, hell, that's what I'm doing. I'm going to have to, all this shit up here on the roof, if you can see it, I don't even know, I got my phone holding it backward, but I got to fill in all this shit. I kind of caught that back there with a hammer when I was smacking the back, trying to get it off. Oh, yeah. This ain't a big enclosure. I thought it was a lot bigger than what it is, but after I get my big ass sit down in here, it's definitely not that big. But it is what it is, guys. I didn't want to rip the whole thing out. I can kind of fit 6 in here. That's what I'm going for. And of course, you already know that I've reached out to Bobby Mansfield and ran some of the data by him. And apparently to leave this front wide open, I got to find quarter wave. Well, quarter wave from the back of the enclosure to the front of the enclosure up here is 60 hertz. So dropping an octave down for a rear port tuning ain't going to work. So I think I'm going to try going to the windshield, from the back of the enclosure to the windshield. Could that have dropped me down around the 40 hertz tuning? If I can, but I don't know if that's how it works or not. I'm not sure of the points you measure with quarter wave theory, and everything that I have researched on Google on websites. I mean, these motherfuckers are doing quarter wave in a room. So, I don't know. Like, some of them go from the speaker to listening position. Some of them go from one wall of the room to the other wall. I don't know which one's right. Because if we go from one wall to the other wall, it'd be from like back wall to the windshield. So, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Kind of lost there, you know. But I think that I am going to try my best to cut this front out and like from the baffle point forward, cut all this out all the way around this edge. And this is what I'm talking about here. Cut this shit out. And round over it. Or I can flip the first 2 subs in and try to come up somewhere in this area here. Well, I don't know, because the baffle will probably be here when I'm done. And that's not going to leave a lot. You know, what I'm thinking that it's going to leave me the proper amount of inches that I need. So one option is to round over this, like here and the roof. I can put round overs there, and hopefully that'll get me some tuning. But you know, in addition to playing lows, I want fucking bandwidth at the same time. So, and a lot of this is new to me. I know a lot of y'all watch my channel and think I know a lot of shit. Like, I get people like, hey, can you help me with the 4th order? I don't know anything about 4th orders. I mean, I know a little bit, but have I ever built one? No. But at the same time, I do shit to learn. You know, I can call Bobby, which is the best 6th order guy probably on the planet, and cause he's just done everything. And that's the way he told me. He's like, how I learned all this shit is I tried it. You know, I think at one point he told me that he had redone the front port and front of one of his enclosures like 4 times one weekend. Build it all, rip it out after testing. So I'm kind of doing that same thing. Like, I'm gonna try this, you know. And that's kind of how we learn the good shit, is just by trying it. So, with that being said, yeah, I have nothing else at this point. But with that being said, I'm gonna get to work and try to grind some more of this shit out, because there is a lot of shit to do to this build. And I still got a long way to go, because I'd like to come back up in here. Like, I can feel a little rough edge right here. And I just kind of need to knock that down where it's a smooth, like, roll. So that's all I'm aiming for, is a smooth roll. And to fix this jagged shit where it at least ramps in like a Dukes of Hazzard ramp, you know. But anyway, I'll be back. So the female man went and brought me one of one of the 1 gallon kits. And my 50 grams of white. I don't know, I just ordered this shit off Amazon, guys. Of course, this kit says made in China, but yeah, I don't know. It was pretty cheap, believe it or not. And it's crystal clear. Or it's supposed to be. I don't know. I haven't opened it yet. Oh, come on, open up. There we go. So, yeah, we get a 1/2 gallon of hardener. And, come on. A 1/2 gallon of epoxy resin. And a little book on the epoxy. One side's epoxy resin, one side's hardener. Yeah, easy pour, fast curing. I don't know, but it's the tabletop shit. Look at that. So, yeah, that's the epoxy. So anyway, I was thinking it would all be here today. I did order another kit, different brand. I wanted to try some different shit, you know. But I ordered a whole kit of smaller things of that. So anyway, I'll be back. Okay, so for now, I think I'm done with that thing. I mean, the thing's kind of a monster. And I can tell y'all, my sinuses from being in there is fucked. But I brought out the old blower. We're gonna try to clean up Deb's cockpit area up there. And I might just be able to stick this thing from the front in here and blow everything back. In my head, it seems like an idea that's gonna work. I know it'll clean that up there pretty good, but I'm not sure about in here. We're gonna try it anyway. I didn't get a whole lot done, but honestly, at this point, I need to measure, get these cut out, port, and then get the baffle. I gotta have the baffle in here to mark that front so I can start cutting that shit out. And it's gonna be a slow process. I'm gonna have to use that little tool that goes to cut that. But I can kind of rough cut it and use that big bad mamma jamma there It'll grind a lot of this down, but the true test is gonna be when we cut these side pieces. Which I kind of did a cut in here with a sawzall. I can cut a lot of that out with a sawzall and then use that thing to kind of smooth it. 'Cause I got pretty good control with it. Got this over here looking a lot better. I took that cut out and kind of rounded it going that way. But yeah, that's about all for now. The sun, it was cold as shit. Like, it was 40 degrees this morning. Like 40. And I just literally started working out here in the hoodie. Well, in my hoodie. Shit. Piece of speaker wire didn't get put in the blazer. Oh, well. It's okay. Now it's with the rest of them. So, I started working out here with my hoodie on, and like, it's got hot as shit, guys. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm starting to sweat out here in the sun. So I'm gonna take my ass in. Deb should be going to lunch pretty soon, so I'll talk to her when she goes to lunch, and then I'll figure out if I want to get back out there and screw at it some more. But it's like almost noon, so I've got like an hour and a half in working on it. But I think I'm gonna get me some breakfast real quick. So I see you guys. Yeah, I'll brush my hair back. Deb's over here like, my God, brush your hair back. Yeah, it's got sawdust and shit in it still. So it has been a few hours since I quit working on the blazer. And I can tell you, in that time, I've been on YouTube watching epoxy videos. And I made me some breakfast. My throat's still dry as hell, and I still got sawdust all up my nostrils. God, it's terrible. I've drank like 4 bottles of water, and it's still like dry as shit. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna end this video here. This shit will be continued, obviously, but I'm gonna watch some more epoxy videos. I got a really good idea how to do this, but it's gonna be different than a countertop because I got to tape up all the sub holes to where the tape sticks up like yay far above the baffle and everything. So I'm just trying to mentally prepare for that. Definitely got to go to Dollar Tree and get some cups just to mix all this epoxy in, because, you know, you got like a big cup and then smaller cups of colors. Yeah, it just, Dollar Tree. When you do fiberglass, Dollar Tree. Cheapest place to get that shit. So, and then Dollar Tree might have glitter in case Deb wants some glitter in this shit. Who knows? She might. She might not. Who knows? I don't know. But Dollar Tree. Anyway, guys, peace out. And as always, base on.